Hey, badass business owners, welcome back to the show. If you are trying to grow a small business in your local community, then you have come to the right place. Listen, the other day on the YouTube channel, Badass Business Owners, I did a quick video where I was ranting about business owners who do not take any money out of their business, who do not pay themselves. Now, there's two different ways that you get paid in your business, right? You get paid in your business as the doer, the person doing the jobs, and then as the business owner. Well, since I put that video up, I've had good conversation with a few more people about this because it can create a little bit of controversy on this. So I wanted to come here and expand on it a little bit more. Listen, here's the thing. If you don't want to take any profits of the business, I totally understand. Your profits of your business, they're really made for two things, retained earnings and owner's draw. So you could bypass the owner's draw and continue to use it as retained earnings to grow the business. But here's the thing. When you don't take any money for yourself as you grow and expand your business, you need to have a finite date on that. You need to say, look, for the first year, I'm not going to take any money. I'm going to donate my labor to the business in order for it to grow. I've had conversations with business owners, some of you listen here, who went 5-10 years in their business and never made a dime off of their business. Now, it's great if you have another source of income. Maybe you have another job, or maybe you have a spouse that has a great job, whatever the case may be. But it's a very, very bad habit to have in your business. The whole reason you build a business is to make money, is to build wealth and to be able to create this additional income into your family, or to leave that full-time job, or to do whatever it is that you want to do. And as long as you're not paying yourself, you're really doing the business a disservice. Because here's the thing, you should be able to price your products correctly and build your business correctly. Because remember, it's sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals profits. And part of those cost of goods is going to be your labor for doing what it is that you do. Now, if you are somebody who doesn't actually build something, create something, make something, do the service yourself, yeah, you might be in a little different category under the expense side of it, but you are part of the business. You are a functioning piece. And in order for you to price correctly, you've got to have the right cost of goods. And you need to have a wage in there for an employee. And that employee happens to be you. Now, granted, it's not like a W-2 employee. It's not like you're going to go set out payroll. But at the end of the day, that service cannot be provided without a person, which means it needs to be on the cost of goods, because your cost of goods are going to be your material cost and the labor in order to create or provide that service, or to make that cake, or to make whatever it is that you make. And it's really important you include that. Now, I get, for some reason, we feel like we're a total badass and wear it as a badge of honor. Yeah, I went all these years without making any money. Well, guess what? I did that. I was stupid. I did that for several years because I didn't need the money. But then it just kept wearing on and wearing on and wearing on. And then guess what? I got sick and tired of working for free. Although it was fun in the beginning because I was trying to grow this business. Well, guess what? Working tons of hours can get on your nerves and can burn you out really quickly. And a lot of you are the same way, because if you don't pay yourself first, this is one of the reasons why Profit First is so nice, is because it makes sure that you pay yourself. But at minimum, you need to make sure that you are including a fair wage, because it's the only way you're going to price correctly. Because if you don't have that sales minus cost of goods minus expenses equals profits, you're never going to set the business up for success. And you need to do that from day one. And if you're already into your business 2, 3, 5, 10 years, then you need to slow down and you need to step back. And you need to look at all of your pricing. You need to do a complete pricing overhaul. And for some of you, you're working 70, 80 hours a week and you're making no money. So why on earth are you doing that? That has got to be wearing you down and just making you feel horrible and making you hate your business and hate everything about it. And I don't blame you, because you haven't even created a job. Because, I always say that, are you creating a job or are you creating a business? You're creating something that's not neither one of those things. You're creating an anchor to yourself that's preventing you from making any kind of money. So it's very, very important that you take a step back. And this is what I want you to do. If you're not making any money in your business and you're not even making a fair wage for what it is that you do, I'm not telling you to go make 30, 40, $50 an hour. I'm telling you that if you would hire someone off the street for $15 an hour, hour for $20 an hour, you need to at least be making that for the time that you're on a doing side, not as a business owner, because those are your owner's profits. And that's where you take your owner's draw. But as an actual employee in that business, you need to make sure that you're pricing correctly. So at least you're walking away with $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year for what it is that you do. Because I don't want to see any of you guys spend all of that time and that energy and just working long, crazy hours, spending time away from your family, your friends, and from your life while you try to get this business going. Now, if you do this in the first year, totally understand. But honestly, you don't even have to do it in the first year. What you need to do is you can say, hey, I'm going to reinvest it in the business. So if you're not taking a salary, but you're priced correctly, so like your pricing is correct and you are covering yourself as an employee in the business, and then you're going to take that wage that you would have made and reinvest it in the business so that you can buy more tools and you can buy new things in addition to your owner's draw. That I understand, but you need to make sure you're at least priced correctly, that if you chose to, you could take a wage out of the business because you are priced correctly. That's a totally different thing. And you want to make sure that you only do that as a short-term fix to what it is, because otherwise you're growing way too fast, because you can't continue to take all the money you would have made in your business and keep reinvesting it in the business. Now, like I said, I'm sure I can get a few people riled up on this one and they would love to go toe to toe with me, and I'm okay with that. But here's the thing. If you're going to do it short term, totally understand. Totally think it's the right thing to do. If you're starting from scratch and you just don't have the tools and resources you need to build the business, and you're having to rent them and you're having to beg, borrow, and steal, and you want to spend that first 6 months reinvesting the money you would have made back into the business to grow it, totally get it. I'm not saying no. But if you're still doing that 3-4 years down the road, or if you now want to grow the business and expand it and buy more stuff, and you want to donate your salary to that as well, you know what? There's a part of me that says, okay, but then there's a part of me that says, be very cautious because it's a slippery slope and you've got to run the numbers to make sure that whatever it is you're going to buy is going to pay for itself. I just did a new video that's going to be coming out this week that talks about how much does it take to purchase some equipment or some tools, or how many months do you have to work for free, or when does it pay for itself? Those are questions that people don't ask. And what they do is they give up their salary to be able to buy it. And then it turns out that it takes another 3, 6, 8 months before it ever breaks even, which means you have to continue to feed the beast. I'm going to stop rambling. I just want to make sure that everybody understands. I want you to get paid. I want you at minimum to be paid the employee wages for working in your business. If you want to reinvest your owner's draw, totally understand. If you want to take the company's profits and continue to funnel them into the business to be able to grow it, totally will support you on that. Okay. But if you're working in that business as an hourly employee, it's very important that you're pricing correctly, you're including that in there, and that you take some type of salary. Short term, no problem. Long term, you're going to regret it. It's going to make you hate your business because you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. And if you're not putting any money in your pocket or into the families, guess what? You might be okay with it, but your spouse may not. So I'm just putting a word of caution out there that I thought this deserved a little bit more dialogue, a little bit more conversation for people, because I think it's very important that you take a pause and ask yourself, are you doing the right thing with what you're doing with your salary? All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, Tammy at localsmallbusinesscoach.com. I'd love to have a conversation with you, but otherwise, get out there and go kick some butt, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Hey, badass business owner, before you go, as you know, I'm a huge believer in you knowing your business numbers. After all, it isn't about how much you sell, it's about what you keep. And the best way to grow your profits is to start diving in and understanding those business numbers. To help you on this journey, I have created the Know Your Business Numbers course. We will walk through how to read your profit and loss statement. You'll learn the key calculations that'll help ensure that you're making a healthy profit on all of your products or services, plus a ton of other good stuff that'll help you learn how to use those business numbers to create even more sales and profits. Just check out the link below in the show notes or visit knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com. So if you're ready to increase those profits, it's time you start diving into your business numbers.